Cade Cunningham is a top 7 player in the NBA this season. Swish or brick?
Jeez.
Top 7 player in the NBA this season. You see the effect he's had on the Pistons. They are top 6. They had a chance at a top 4 seed this year, and the jump has just been immaculate, especially when you consider the fact that he hasn't had some of the high talent help and teammate as it relates to teammates that some of the other MVP candidates has had. Now, Cade, since about mid-season, has found himself in that making uncomfortable basketball conversations, top 10 in MVP, top 7. And then Mark J. Spears, he says it's time to consider Cade for top 5. So, top 7 player, Cade Cunningham. Flannel Sam, what say ye?
Just doing a little research on the fly, just to make sure that I'm not saying anything out of pocket, making sure I'm informed. This season, I still have him right now. I have him 4th on my MVP ballot. Down, Ant Edwards passed him to me on my MVP ballot. But in terms of the best players, I would have him 6th. I would have Shea, Giannis, Jokic, Edwards, and Tatum ahead of him. And honestly, with Cade Cunningham being the leader of a team that has had such a resurgence, being 8th in the NBA in points per game and 4th in the NBA in assists per game, I mean, what really more do you have to say? He's going to be second team All-NBA, so that means by virtue of that, he's at worst top 10. But I got him at 6, considering what the effect that he's had on his team this year. But so yes, Swish.
Hey, let's rock. JB Smooth, what up, though?
I'm right along with Flannel. I might not have him 6, but I do have him 7th, though. I think that 6th spot could probably be interchangeable with Brunson or KD. It all depends, but he's still in that top 7, so I'm still giving this a Swish.
Willie B?
Automatic landslide Swish. I'm gonna be straight up. Cade proved everything that he's supposed to do when it comes to points, rebounds, assists. He did what Grant Hill did doing back in '99. So that case, that's an automatic Swish. He deserved to be top 7 or top 6 or even top 5. So that case, let's be real specific. He earned that position straight up.
KG.
Hey man, this is automatic Swish, and arguably he's top 5. I mean, when you just look at what Cade has done this year, he's raised, his game in a lot of statistical categories, and he was already pretty damn good last year, although they only won 14 games. And I mean, come on, bro, you don't triple your win total without Cade steering this ship. I feel like that's not a big enough story in the NBA. Yeah, it's cute to say, oh, they tripled their win total, good for the Pistons, but that doesn't happen. It's never happened. Like, that is an important milestone, and Cade is behind that. So you can argue he's top 5 easily, but absolutely, this is a Swish.
Hey, and you know what? The chat is mixed on it, man. They're really mixed on it. Mark Royal, Swish. Denver Blair, Swish. Super Bowl Cartier, Brick. Genovirus, Swish. Mintmate, Brick, but top 12 definitely. Let me see it. Genovirus says Brick though because he's top 5, not top 7. You got me there. Got me there. But it's I'm seeing a lot more Swishes now. Weezy D 2 and 3 though, nah, top 10 I guess though. Rob Beard, let's say
Weezy, I know that you call yourself a Cade fan, but
I might have lobbed that one up.
But you've said a little bit too many out-of-pocket things lately, and you slurp Ivy just a little bit too much, and then you parlay it with this. I'm just saying it's a little sus. And oh, by the way, Marked Royal and Skydog, to the shock of absolutely no one, say Brick. They're probably still in the chat being like, trade him, trade him, trade him.
What say you, Rob Beard?
Your turn.
Follow that, Rob.
I'm saying, what did y'all do to Sam?
It's just a weekday with Sam. That's just Sam on a normal day.
That's White Cross Sam.
That's why Clef Sam.
Samuel, and Samuel. Because
Me, myself, Irene.
Man. This looked like a brick to me, and I'm trying to think of, and I can't think of that 7th person that's better than Cade. I gotta say Swish.
Hey,
I guess I can't.
I love it, Rod.
That other one.
Let's go.
That's actually a very good question because it made me think and write some stuff down. That's a good one.
Hey,
Hey,
I told
like
you
that
Kool-Aid
one.
was cooking, dog. He is cooking with this one.
Appreciate you, bro.
He's on one.
Team effort, man.
No,
Y'all know
absolutely,
me.
absolutely. But I got to give you your props, bro. But with the next one, Cade Cunningham will have to, in all caps, have to take his game to another level in the playoffs in order for the Pistons to win the series. Swish or brick.
We see it all the time in the playoffs. Your best players, they take their game to the next level. And sometimes you even get some of those other players or secondary players that take their game to the next level. But we know this. Cade Cunningham, and we've been saying this for a long time on this platform, is the straw that stirs the drink. And there is another level to his game. We've seen him get there a couple times, and actually more than a couple times this season. But this is what you need. You need your dogs to be dogs in the playoffs. Final Sam would say.
Swish. If I'm gonna give a comparable, and I'm not saying that Cade has to get to this level, but in order to win the first round series or for the Pistons to win, he might have to do something similar to what Luka Doncic did in his first playoff series in Dallas, in which he went from being, man, this guy is incredible, to he's actually putting up some of the best having one of the best debut series we've ever seen. I'm not calling for Cade Cunningham to be first playoff series Luka Doncic, but he's absolutely going to have to take a leap. I mean, these are some good teams. I know that sometimes we dismiss them because we're Pistons fans and we're excited about the playoffs and we see a pathway to the Pistons winning, but I do think Cade is going to have to step up his game to another level. Particularly, I would say, I would like his field goal and three-point percentage to go up just a little bit for them to win a
Especially that
series.
free throw.
To win a series.
Gosh, you're right on that one. Goodness, that's a good answer. JB
good points,
Smooth,
yeah.
what up, though, brother?
I got to go with Swish on this one as well, too. As you all have stated, like, playoffs is a different animal. And I think at this point, Cade, I need you to be selfish out there on the floor at sometimes. Like, I just need you to sit here and to just handle business. Be in control of every single minute out there. Sometimes you got to just pass up on that assist and then just take it to the rack. But honestly, dude, this is your playoff series to lose. Playoffs, different animal. Just for my own personal reason, Cade, be selfish out there.
You know what? And earlier in the season, I was like, I want to see that Cade more. Like, I don't think it'll hurt his assists. And we saw his numbers take a little jump as his turnovers went down. But I do believe that right there, as you get into the playoffs, starting to definitely look to the rim because he creates mismatches himself. Getting to the rack, hitting that midi, man. It's good points, JB. What up, though, Willie B?
I'll let you know.
Cade, he has to take.
Yeah.
He has to take his game to the next level for the Pistons to win the playoff series.
He has to. Let's be honest. Cade Cunningham, playoff Cade had to come out. So in that case, he got to shoot more. He got to be more aggressive more. And to the New York Knicks, he got to take it to them. And I think that's a automatic switch for that. If Cade want to go out there and play, he got to go take it to another level because all killers have to go out and eat. And in playoffs, it's a different beast. And when it's a different beast, it takes another level. You got to be a different cloth to be to go out there to go the great one. So Cade had to take it to the next level.
Hey, let's rock. KG.
Yeah, man, you almost feel bad saying Swish because Cade has been great all
He's
year.
already been great,
He
yeah.
is already really damn good, and he will be good enough in the playoffs for this Pistons team to be able to win the series. But I gotta say Swish on this, bro. Like, it's just, if we're talking about Cade Cunningham as possibly being one of the future faces of this NBA, then you have to go out there. You make your money in the playoffs. Your legend is told through the playoffs. And there are little small areas that you can critique with Cade Cunningham. Like you brought up the free throws. For me, it's the turnovers, and it's not like turnovers have been a big deal for him. I think it got overblown a little bit this year, but the on-ball turnovers in the playoffs, you absolutely, like, you got to limit those.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, Cade, I feel like can elevate to that next level, and I do expect him to raise his game to a different level. He understands what this means. So.
And KG, I'm so glad you brought up what you did at the beginning, because this series is not an indictment of Cade. It's not like, oh, if he has a little bit of a disappointing segment, that kills his legacy or anything like that. It's just that I think in order for them to win, Cade Cunningham's going to have to elevate a little bit. But if Cade Cunningham does anything outside of averaging like 14, 5 and 5 on 30% shooting, there will be no Cade slander no matter what.
No.
Right?
Impossible.
You know what I mean, though. Even
Yep.
if he just puts up what he's done in this
If
regular
it's a
season.
25 and 7,
Right.
you know, which would be less than his numbers now, it would still be a success, especially given his first playoff series. One of the things that we can't underestimate is having the experience once you've gone through it.
Yeah.
I know that Cade has continued to be a player consistently saying, you know what, now that I've gone through my first season, now I know what to work on. Now that I've gone through this rehab and all this, and I got a full off season ahead of me, now I understand these things. Now, you know, they're going to get this playoff experience with an opportunity, though, as a little bit better team to try and get some dubs. But it's not an indictment on Cade if they don't.
No.
But for them to win, and what I sense before we kick it over to Rod, and I see it's going back and forth in the chat too, what I sense is that we all believe that there is another level that Cade can even get to in this. And that's what I think underpins a lot of the answers. If we didn't think he could get there, a lot of it is probably like, well, no, other guys need to step up.
Right,
But
right.
I think that there is another level for Cade, and we see it. There's certain games where he's absolutely stanky. And where have we seen that happening? Madison Square Garden's seen it. What say you, Rod Beard?
All right. Cade, I'm going to say this is a switch. I'll start there. But it's Cade has to be Cade. It is not necessarily, and I did some quick math on this. In the 3 games against the Knicks, 29 points, 6 rebounds, 8.3 assists. He doesn't have to necessarily be that. And he's 11 of 20 from 3. Yeah, I mean, that's 55%.
Flannel is smiling from ear to ear.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
But the key stat, he averages 2 turnovers in those 3 games. He has 6 total turnovers against the Knicks. So Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, whoever they're throwing at him, he can't be live ball turnover Cade. It's going the other way, and you get Madison Square Garden hype because of turnovers and open plays like that. He's got to be in control and getting other people involved. That is finding Malik Beasley. That's getting Tim Hardaway involved. When everybody is in a group sort of thing, that's when the Pistons are going to be their best, and Cade is leading that group. So you need a Jalen Duren who's leading the league in lobs and the alley-oops with Cade. You need that type of Cade to make this a potential series win.
I think Rod is kind of ushering us into that second question, to the next question.
No, absolutely he is.
He
And
probably
we all
didn't even know.
I've been the face of this, but
Oh boy.
It just flows.
yeah, no, absolutely. Jalen Duren is the Detroit Pistons' second most important player for the
Hell no.
playoffs.
Hell no.
Oh, come on, answer that, Mr. Beer. Answer that, Rob.
Right. I didn't write this one. I promise you I ain't write this one. This is all Kool-Aid.
No, we are
I
not doing
promise
this.
you.
KG, this one is
We are not doing this.
don't
We are not doing-
don't worry, Rod.
When?
The next question is for Flannel, and that should Beasley be starting.
That was my
Holy shit. Brian, it wasn't me. I promise you it wasn't me this time. I put
No,
that on
man.
everything I
We
love.
look at
I put that on everything I love. It wasn't
We
me.
can't do this. We can't do this.
We got.
I mean, right? Is it really that blasphemous though? Is it really? Think about it.
The,
We gonna give him time to deliberate. We gonna give him time.
We've seen what Jalen Duren has meant to this team as the second half of the season has grown on. The connection with Cade Cunningham is elite, leading the league in dunks, turning it up in the middle of the paint. He's unmoved. He's unmoved. Flannel said, what say you, brother?
All right, so I don't have a particular player. I've got an idea that I believe is the second, and it could be Duren, and Duren's certainly going to have a part in this. Everybody here, and we've seen it even in the playoffs, I'll give credit, thinks that Karl Anthony Towns is basically a soft bum, and that he's going to shrivel under the weight of the Detroit Pistons. Whoever can make that happen for the Pistons, whether it's schematically, whether it's players, whether it's just however that may be, that is the second most important aspect of the Detroit Pistons. Because if Karl Anthony Towns turns into the Karl Anthony Towns that a lot of you think that he always is, the Pistons are winning this series. If Karl Anthony Towns gets cold from behind the arc, the Pistons are winning this series. If Karl Anthony Towns plays soft defense, the Pistons are winning this series. So neutralizing Karl Anthony Towns to me is the key to everything.
Crap, that does actually put a whole bigger onus on Jalen during these playoffs.
Sure, and
Look
I know
at KG over there
Jalen
just
Duren's a big
smiling,
part
dog.
of it.
JV
Somebody
Smooth.
did my work for me.
JV Smooth, what up, dog?
Man, there's so much of brick. The rim just
I love
went
the
home.
Rod Father pose right now too.
The
Man.
Right.
rim just
He
went
deliberated.
home on this one. I feel like Rod. How many times we gonna keep doing this? No, Jalen Duren is not. I'm sorry. This absolute brick. This terrible.
Willie B, what up,
Blasphemy.
though?
Well, Switch, y'all crazy trying to dog Jalen Duren out, man. I mean, come on, man. He averaged a double-double. He got the choice of, doing what you want to do. Yes, he's not polished offensively, but you could work around him. And he's a good interior. Him and B. Stu are the best defensive front court in the Eastern Conference. So in that case, if they put it together,
Cavs boys will have something to say
I mean,
about
straight
that.
up. Yeah, I said what I said. I stand on that shit. I said what I said. I stand on it. So I'm gonna be straight up.
I got
If they click in the playoffs, they gonna beat the New York Knicks. Who gotta stop? Okay, Karl Anthony Towns, soft. But somebody just started. Somebody need to stop that little Jalen Brunson kid. So would this be a good matchup for Asur Thompson, Malik Beasley, or Tim Hardaway? If they could rotate to stop him, even though he's 5'11", they say he's 6 feet, but he's actually 5'11", the dominant. But with a good mid-range game, stop that mid-range game. You got the game. So you got the series. If the Pistons got a defensive matchup for a problem for them. So it's a problem for the Knicks against the Pistons.
KG, I kind of already know what your answer will be. What say ye?
Hey, man. Listen, Rod, I'm just going to ask you at this time to diversify your portfolio.
Diversify your bonds.
Diversify your bonds right now. Just hear me out. To me,
I got you.
To me, where it really turned for this Pistons team to where they just became a juggernaut, or well, not a juggernaut, but became a really effective team in the Eastern Conference, is when Jalen Duren is when his style of play got a little more aggressive. It's when he kind of took that mantle and said, okay, I'm playing on some soft-ish. He went out there, he started providing defense that we had not seen from him. He went out there and started being more of a contributor offensively. He started putting the ball on the floor, showing some of his